What is this?
You are behind.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
Oh, that was awesome.
there goes. Oh,
There's no copyright or anything there, but we're good.
I was about to say we're getting copy stricken. Your copyright. What is it? Oh boy! Hey, we're live.
Hey.
We're live. Oh my gosh! Welcome back. Oh, I got my map on the wrong screen. I got you guys on the wrong one too. I don't want to look at my map. I want to look at you guys. Welcome back to another off week, shorter session of Adventures in Dystopia. Last we left off, if the intro didn't give it away, Spider-Man swooped in and killed a dragon. Nah, our adventurers had made their way to the bottom of the Temple of Sardonis in search for some background information on Dolan's missing lover and his random relic that he found in the place of him. After braving weird necromancer, zombie undead rooms, making it through the mists of confusion, finding a duck named Chicken, they made their way to the basement of said temple, found the tomb of Sardonis, found a whole lot of gold, and brought Sardonis to life unexpectedly by sitting on a chair. After a pretty epic battle, I think we only had one person go down, right? Just Kremplin?
He's still down.
He's still down.
Oh, you're still down?
I'm still sleeping.
With one person going down, another person banished, but that person ultimately just destroying my guy. We ended in a moment of quiet as all battle ceased to exist. You guys stand, well, besides Kremplin, the rest of you guys stand in the room. Is the rhino still alive? Is the rhino still alive?
No, I mean, he would have disappeared by now anyways.
All right. I was going to say, besides heavy breathing from a rhino, it's quiet. Besides probably your friend on the ground going,
I guess I'll walk over there and
yeah.
I'm gonna slap life into him by just a good old whap with a healing word at first level.
But you don't need to touch them for healing word.
I know, but I'm going to anyways. So I understand that. I'm going to anyways. So,
Conjure it up in the hand like some baby powder and just whap.
Go like this and just go whap.
Oh,
All right, so I gotta figure out how much you get for healing back here. That's not a D4. Let's try a D4. You get 6 health back.
6 health. You come back to life, Kremplin. Adrenaline's still pumping, but after kind of gauging everything around you, it's quiet. You can assume combat has ceased.
That's a pretty good fight, guys, huh?
Yeah.
So much for that new armor, huh?
Hey, I think I did pretty well.
Sure. You held the floor down. You did pretty better.
I'll go ahead and remove my minor illusion as well, so Blue Dolan can.
Oh, well, I forgot about Dolan 2 Electric Boogaloo over here.
All right. I guess I'm going to start looking around to see if I can find any diamonds or rubies or precious gems amongst the gold. I want to specifically look for those.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation. What else would you guys like to do?
I want to look at all the chests and see if how heavy they are, and I'm going to move them into the bag of holding.
The chests themselves are actually too big for the opening of the bag of holding.
I rolled 20 for investigation.
But we can still put gold pieces into the bag of holding.
Yes, you
We
can.
can put lots of gold pieces in there.
What all do we have in there besides the hidden? the hidden sword that we stole or whatever? Or
Not a whole lot.
yeah, if we can, whatever we can carry, I say we carry and put as much gold into the bag of holding as possible.
So the bag of holding can hold up to 500 pounds. I remember doing this calculation in one of my other campaigns because it can hold. It's like over 20,000 gold pieces. Yeah, a gold piece is worth 1 gold. Thanks, internet.
I think it's 10 gold pieces is 1 pound.
Yes. No. A gold piece weighs 1/3 of an ounce. So if you guys want to do the math, go for it.
Like I said, if I think I came out to like,
It's something like 22,000.
24,000.
Yeah, it's like, there you go.
Rounding up to the third, so it's
Yeah.
3 gold pieces to 1 ounce.
Now, assuming that you have some other stuff already in there, basically, if you want to spend time shoveling gold pieces into there, I'll come up with a nice solid number for you. I won't cheap you out, don't you worry.
oh yeah, we're filling this bad boy up.
So is that what everyone's doing right now? Is just digging for gold, but specifically,
I mean, I say,
yeah. You find a handful of rubies.
Okay.
You find probably more rubies than you do diamonds. But you do find a handful of diamonds, a handful of rubies. Diamonds, it's hard to tell. They're kind of various sizes, various cuts. Some are super rough and really big. Some are really, really fine, but like look, pristine, but are very small.
Okay.
You just planning on just taking all of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to those along with the two big handfuls of gold that I grabbed during the battle itself here. So, and then how much would you know how much like those gold value of those diamonds would be, or do you want to figure that out?
It's hard for you to tell. You might have to figure that out.
Okay.
Inland.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Handful of rubies, handful of diamonds. Got it.
so
Go ahead.
what I was gonna suggest is whatever gold we can fit into the bag of holding, that's gonna be split between the 5 of us. I say we look into the chests, see if there's anything of value in any of the chests, and then maybe like take turns like carrying the chest out, because whatever we bring back, we've got to give to the captain also. So
Yeah.
or at least half.
How considerate of you to consider Rudolph.
I can probably get it to Rudolph if we can get it out of here. I mean,
Yeah, so I'm just thinking if we can get 2 chests, we give 1 to the captain, 1 for us, and we'll just put the bag of holding on me. I'll use the hat of disguise, hide the bag. He'll never know that we even have it. That's ours to take, since we won't have to worry about splitting that with him. And then we can just give him one of the chests, like, hey, here's your payment. You get a chest, we get a chest. Yay!
Yeah, so that's
I like the gears turning in Brian's head there.
I'm just already thinking, yeah, pirates like gold. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get a whole chest, so there you go.
I think we should look in the chest. So
Yeah,
we
see if
can.
we'll look in all the chests, see if there's anything of value. While you guys do that, I'm gonna look at this crossbow a little bit lower, and I'm gonna also investigate this statue a little bit more as well.
Sure. So is anyone not investigating chests or want to do something different during this time? Crimplin, what you got? Well, no, I already know what you don't want.
as they're talking about that, I'm just kind of looking. Yeah, that sounds fine about. And I poke, which I don't know, Sardonis' body. Did you guys have?
So it's more of a pile of ash in robes than
Right.
it is really a body. But
Sure.
yes,
Okay. So I'm poking. I'm like, did you guys have a fire here and camp out? What the hell happened? What?
You've been out for a couple of days, bud. We had a lot. It was a whole shindig. We roasted s'mores. It was an amazing time.
Hey, roll a deception for me, Dolan. Just to see how well you sell this. Something seems off. Crimplin, you don't remember being out that long.
It doesn't seem like that long to me, but what is?
Oh well, Henry poofed out of existence, and then he poofed back like a magician.
And then he poofed out Sardonis.
Yeah, and then there was a huge fiery explosion.
What?
It was pretty awesome. It was.
What happened to my? You guys took out the other monsters too, then?
Yeah.
So this, I guess I'm picking up the robes. Was this Sardonis?
Was
So basically, it's just like kind of robes, some ash. There's some bones, and his like 15-foot tall staff kind of just laying there.
I have a new weapon.
I don't know about that. And I'll just.
You're proficient with 15-foot tall staffs.
I am now. I'm gonna.
Yes.
I will pick up the staff just because I dropped the robe and just kind of look at the staff. So I am
It takes
holding
2
that.
hands. This is a heavy chunk of wood.
Wood. Okay, well then I guess yeah.
Yeah. It's like little, like over twice your height.
Oh my god, that's huge.
Bet you haven't heard that before.
You've been talking to your mother again, haven't you?
God damn.
So I wondered if I was going to say that.
All right, Dolan, you spent a little bit of time looking at the crossbow. You can tell there's something. I'd say even just from looking at it, there's something magical about it. But unless you were to cast Identify or something like that, you really can't tell what it is. But it's like it's really lightweight. It feels really good. It holds really well. It is a lighter crossbow. It's not a heavy crossbow, but it's pretty cool.
Henry, you're able to do Identify, right?
Bring it here. Let me make sure let me just open my book here and just take a look at it.
And then I was going to say, for the rest of you guys, if you spend some time looking through all the chests, it's just more gold.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
So I'll give Henry the crossbow to look at. I also want to try something. So I still have the one potion of that I got off of the statue. I don't know if this is going to work or how this works, but I'm going to take like just the cap off or whatever and like put just like a little bit on my fingertip and like just rub it on the lips of like the statue to see if it does anything. Like maybe it starts to, like this.
You hear it go.
Oh, hey! Put my whole hand in there.
No. So like using just like a little bit on the tip of your finger and doing that, nothing happens immediately.
Yeah, that potion doesn't do anything. You gave it to me earlier. It doesn't. I don't feel like it did much.
I'm pretty sure that I think you caught the glare of the blast licks because you started to slow down. Like, I mean, you move fast.
This armor is heavy, and I don't know either that potion lightened that armor up, or if that glare of the basilisk really did shrink, stop me. But I can't tell you.
You were looking a little more gray than what you usually do. I'll just put it that way.
It got really heavy. I figured it was the armor.
The worst you could do
you were hiding around the corner.
Not when he got hit.
Playing peekaboo.
Not when he got hit. I was still present.
The worst you could do is just pour it down. See if you could pour any in the statue's mouth. Maybe it'll come back to life.
Can you find a hole to get it in?
He's very porous. Let's see if.
He is pretty porous.
Maybe if you crack the statue with your whip.
Oh, and then like rub his lips? Yeah. I see where you're going with that, yeah.
God, we live stream these. All right. So what's the plan?
Crack him with my whip and I'm kidding.
Shoveling gold towards Henry.
I mean, I'll see if maybe put like a little bit more, like, on his lips, or like just to. I don't know.
I'll say this just because you've seen like healing potions and other kind of potions before. Is if you drink a little bit of the healing potion, you don't get healed a little bit. You have to consume the whole thing.
All right, whole thing it is.
Dump it all.
So you start dumping it, and like it kind of starts like running like over the edges of the mouth, because the mouth's kind of like open a little bit. But then it stops, and much like you saw on Crimplin, but on a much bigger scale, the stone kind of starts to chip and fall off, revealing skin underneath, and starting at the mouth and kind of working its way down its whole body, as appearing in front of you is still in the kind of the same position as it's finishing, kind of all coming off, is a very tall, slender, handsome looking elven man. As it's continuing to break and fall off, you just hear him go, "No!" It's just kind of like stares at you, Dolan. Huh. Huh. What happened?
That's an excellent question. What do you remember?
He looks right over at the dead basilisk and goes, and he hugs you. He goes, "You saved me! You saved me from these things!"
You're welcome. Who are you?
Oh, that's sorry. He's like coughing up dust, and just like a pebble comes out. What the hell? Wipes off his hand. Handsome Henry's the name. Sharpshooter, tour guide extraordinaire, survival expert.
Awesome.
And you are?
My name's Dolan, and I'll shake his hand.
Good to meet you, Dolan.
Good to meet you.
He looks around at everyone just shoveling gold. He goes, "Huh. Did you see anyone else? Is this your crew?"
I was getting ready to ask if you came here by yourself.
I did not come here by myself. No.
How many others were you?
Well, we started with a lot. Oh, poor guys. Poor souls. But we entered this room. There was 3 of us. It was myself, an orcish man, or I guess myself, an orcish man, as well as, not to be rude, but a heavily disfigured looking guy. He's really ugly.
I hear that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys all hear a new voice, and those that would look over see the statue now coming to life and chatting with Dolan.
What were did you happen to know the names of your companions?
The one who hired me, his name was I think Garrosh, and the other one he didn't talk much.
Hey, that's the guy you need to look at. Thrallus, you need that guy.
Yeah,
I know that name.
I'm charging over with my axes drawn.
Oh, whoa, hey! He's like, he like pulls out a dagger. He's like, hey, I am defenseless here.
Where is he?
Whoa, that's a great question. I was gonna ask you guys. Last I remember, before he points at the dead one over here, he goes, last thing I remember before that thing came at me, was, and he like looks behind it, like he actually looks past it, at this wall over here. He's like, huh. He's like, I remember seeing all the gold, and then me and Garrosh were just eyes wide at all this gold here. I didn't believe this place existed. And then the other guy went over and like he's like staring at the wall, and just looks like a wall. And he's like, I remember there was no wall there, and there was a third person in black robes, and then And then there was that thing, and he points at the dead basilisk again. And that's about all I remember.
Were any of your other traveling companions Elven?
No, just me. Well, I think there was one or two mercenaries.
Hey, Henry, we still got those shackles?
Shackles. Whoa, hey, buddy. Whoa, what are we shackling?
Yeah, the bag's right in front of you.
You're gonna take us to Garrosh.
I don't know where Garrosh. I don't know where.
When do you remember coming in here? Like, what? Do you remember what day it was? Like,
no.
You don't know the date that you came down here. Like, you don't remember. Like,
I mean,
at all.
He like sits there and he's like thinking. He's like, I'm kind of foggy. The main reason he's saying that is because I didn't really establish dates and times and seasons or months in this game. But what he tells you, and I'll retroactively think of now a seasonal calendar in this game, is not the current season that it is now. I think when we started our campaign, we said it was like around springtime, right? Or did we say it was fall?
I think we said spring.
Because we'll have to go back. Oh, we didn't record the first couple sessions. He says a different season. How about that?
So
how about this? It was just coming out of winter.
That's a long
which
time ago.
You would know, Dolan, was before you guys had all met, and you were still with. Oh boy, your man, because I don't remember his name.
Varys.
Yeah. So the date or season. What's that?
Are you frozen for anyone else?
Nope.
Am I frozen?
No.
Anyway. Yeah, the date or the season that he explains. It was actually it was probably during the season in which Varys disappeared, if not before. So let's say winter time if we started our campaign in spring.
So I'll just go ahead and let you know.
It was quite cooler. I don't know if was I turned to stone?
Yeah.
Looks at all the dust on the ground and like what he's coughing up.
Yeah, this was all you, buddy. This was all you. It's
That's embarrassing.
It's definitely not that season anymore. It's some time.
Yeah, let's say he said winter.
Yeah, you've been down here for a minute.
At this point, while everyone's talking, I'm gonna kind of rush everybody along here. Like, we could ask them questions on the boat here. Get them in shackles, and we'll get them out of here alive for now.
I don't know about this wall thing.
Okay. So first off, Henry, did you end up casting Identify?
I can't concentrate with all these people talking.
Right. Did you cast Identify or no?
I tried to, but I couldn't concentrate.
Oh, so you were just doing ritual casting?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you spoke. Okay. So that being said, sure. Crimplin, you get out your ring, you walk along. Nothing here, but as you start to get up, you have dark vision, so you see, like looking through a pinhole. Is it revealing?
Yep.
Yeah. You see a passage continuing.
What? Well, I don't know about. Whoa. Wait a minute. Guys, there's something on the other side of this.
And other Henry, handsome Henry, says, you're ugly, Henry. Handsome Henry goes, that's what I was trying to say. I remember now. That was the last thing I saw. There was not a wall there. He sees you guys getting shackles out. Please tell me you're not going to put shackles on me. I am not a threat. You can have my dagger if you want. I am in no position here to try to do anything that would harm you guys.
Hey, Henry. Not you,
Yes.
Henry. The other Henry.
Which one?
My Henry.
Huh? Oh,
My
okay.
Henry.
Yes.
Not you. You're just gonna be
Yeah.
HH from here on out. So,
Aha.
so Henry.
Speaking of which, if any of you guys see a crossbow that has HH written on it,
Yeah,
No.
that's actually what. And I'm gonna grab it from Henry and be like, "What does this do?"
that's my crossbow.
What?
It's magic. It's pretty cool.
Explain.
So I'm a pretty good marksman. May I?
Don't give it to him.
Yeah, don't give him the crossbow.
Give him the cross. Why don't you come over here, Henry, and open this wall up, and then we'll give you the crossbow.
Okay.
You're gonna lead us to garage.
After all this, he was turned to stone, buddy. That was like Garrosh has been gone.
He's still got to know somewhere that he stays.
The last I saw him besides here was back in Port Kingston. I think that's where he picked me up.
Well, you're gonna use him to. We're gonna get you to find him again.
So
But first
I
we
need
need-
to open a wall.
Yes.
Is what you're telling me.
Yes, in order to get your crossbow at this point.
He like kind of puts his head on the head in his hand. He's like, I guess I'll try. There's not much that handsome Henry cannot do. As he keeps referring to himself in the third person. And he stands upright and struts his way over to the wall. He's like putting his like ear on it, like. So check chest, see if there's anything else valuable. Okay. And he goes, "Aha!" And he goes, "Huh!" And nothing happens. He's like, "Okay, I don't know how to open this wall. It was already open when I got here, and sorry."
Well, looks like you had a magical crossbow. Then
I still want to know what the crossbow does.
I was gonna try to show you.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
I'm really good with directions. You can just explain it.
Okay, well, how good is your aim? Because that's a big part of it.
It's pretty good.
Okay. He goes over to one of the pillars. He goes over to like this pillar over here. Oh, I have the wrong thing on. I guess I should put a token on here for him. I will find one. So he goes over to it, and he like takes like a rock and draws like a little target. You know, like a rock on rock drawing.
Right.
He goes, "I need you to hit the center of that target." Well, also, I don't think you're attuned to it, so I don't think it will do what it's supposed to do. But try to hit the center of the target anyway.
With what?
With a crossbow. But really, it won't do anything because you're not attuned.
Technically, he wouldn't be attuned to it either, because he hasn't had possession
Because he has
for
quite some time.
I mean, no one else has attuned to it since he has. So I think technically he'd still be attuned to it, and he hasn't, attuned to something else.
Okay, so yeah, so he.
I mean, there's only one way to find out, and he smiles.
yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a deception check on that.
An insight check, you mean? Or wait, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to lie to him, or are you trying to figure something out?
I'm trying to see if he is
If he's
lying.
lying.
Yeah.
Insight.
Insight.
I'm gonna
That's
give
awesome.
I'm
That's
gonna
a-
do it too.
That's a
Sure.
13.
He seems to be a very charismatic guy. He seems to be telling the truth. He seems to just want to show you what his crossbow does.
Yeah, I still don't
rolled-
believe you.
I rolled a 22 for insight, just so you know.
Same thing. He seems
Okay.
very genuine.
Here you go. I'll hand it to him.
Thank you kindly. He's like looking around. He's like, anyone happen to have a bolt on them?
I have a firebolt.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. He like digs in like and he's got like a little pouch on the side. He goes, aha! He loads a bolt. He's like, okay. It's been a minute. And he like dead eyes. And he looks right at it. And he fires. And it hits perfectly in the center of the target. And the pillar just goes and breaks and shatters. He goes, "Ha ha, I still got it." And he goes, "If you get me out of here and don't put me in shackles, you can just have it. I mean, I won't put up a fight. You saved my life."
What exactly did it do?
Oh, I mean, if you hit dead on, it does more force damage. It's pretty cool.
So we're gonna need you to use that on this wall that you supposedly can't break.
He like stops and thinks. He goes, "Oh, yeah, okay. Someone draw me a target." He throws a rock over to Kremlin.
I'm drawing a target.
Okay. He's like,
Better than that, I just cast
Minor illusion and just make a target on the wall for him. Here you go. Hit it.
or that.
What were you gonna cast? Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's a drawn target, a minor illusion target, and a prestidigitized target.
Well,
He
those look better
"Okay."
than mine. All right.
Cripple's just like, man, okay, man, magic. I had a rock. Well, okay.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Thander, you are able to find a exact chest that you're looking for.
Okay, perfect.
You see him cock back. He takes a breath, shoots again. Same thing. It hits and blows a good probably 2.5 foot in diameter hole through this hallway. He goes, he looks over at Thrallus. He goes, "You might be able to take care of the rest of it." As Thrallus takes his headset off and walks away.
So Thrallus walks over and takes care of the rest of it.
All right. Thank you, Thrallus. So Thrallus takes care of it, revealing what appears to be everyone roll me perception. Roll me initiative. No, just roll me perception.
Good job, Thrallus. Yay.
What are we rolling?
What?
Perception. Oh yeah, hey Thrallus. After he blew a hole in it, he's like, you, and points to you and says, "You should be able to take care of the rest of this." And then you walked up and you walked away. We're like, so Thrallus takes care of the rest of it.
Before we do anything else, I'm gonna yell at Thrallus. Thrallus, I need your help carrying these chests here, and start trying to wheel over 2 chests so he can help me carry them.
Thrallus, you are getting your frustration and your anger about Garrosh out by just tearing down this wall. Everyone else is staring in. You're just like, fuck it, die wall, die. You were just expanding every bit of this frail rock that's there, and just not paying attention to the surroundings. Obviously, everyone else inside the room, it appears to be almost like a study of some sort. Just from initial glance, I don't know if anyone's walking through yet, but with everyone kind of near the doorway, you do see a large circular something towards the end of it, bookshelves lining the walls. You don't see it on the map here, but you do also see like a bed, a desk, a chair beside the desk. You also see on the far end of the wall, it's hard to see from where you guys are, but down all the way on the far end, there also appears to be like a large, almost like a pegboard. But I don't know if there's pegboards in D&D, but it looks like almost like a help wanted board with a bunch of flyers on it. At least from a distance, you're like, help wanted board. But yeah, those are all kind of the things that immediately draw your attention.
Thrallus, that's enough. The hole is big enough for all of us to get in. Let's go.
That's what she said.
The bed's probably right there. There's probably like a desk and a chair over here.
I'm gonna start looking at the bookshelves.
I'm gonna start. Thrallus, help me. Here,
And that's
can
kind
you
of
drag
like
these
the
into the
help
room?
wanted poster area.
Thrallus, drag these into the room. and I'm gonna kind of start struggling to drag over 2 moderately filled chests full of gold.
All right.
Dolan, grab the backpack.
Got it.
Let's drag these in. I'll be right back.
I'll put the bag of holding on my back, and then take my hat off and put it back on to make it look like I don't even have a backpack on anymore. Everything else is the same, just no backpack.
I'll
Okay.
pick up and throw the chest that Andir dragged over to me.
Okay. So I'm trying to find a token really quick for handsome Henry over here.
I'm gonna, while that's all happening, I'm gonna kind of step out kind of the wall here, and I'll just cast it. I'll cast Speak with the Animals and tell Chicken to get over here. Let's go with us.
Chicken's like, whoa, okay. I don't know why Chicken sounds like this, but okay.
Chicken.
That was my initial one. Hey man, what's up? I'm a duck named Chicken, man. What's up? He's like, yeah, man. All right, cool. He's like, I was enjoying this puddle, but okay.
Yeah, you're following with us, buddy. You're part of the crew now.
He's like, yeah. I mean, I guess okay, here we go. What? I know he had a different voice 2 sessions ago, but this is his voice now.
and
Quack,
I'm just
quack, motherfucker.
Quack, bitch.
I'll just kind of take a peek over at the tomb to see if anything's changed since Sardonis has passed away or turned into ash. See if anything happened.
Nothing that you notice. Everything looks pretty normal there.
Okay, and then I'm gonna walk with have Chicken follow along here, and we're gonna go into this little study then.
Okay.
I don't know if you can give me control.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you access to Chicken.
Okay. Yes.
With you talking to him, he's just like, oh, whatever, man. Yeah, I'll go with you. Sure, that's
He's
fine.
super chill.
He's
super
chill
duck.
Dude, I don't know how to do this. One day I'll know how to aim. Controlled by all players. Save settings. All right.
Hey, got it.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Just so you know, you can like shift click the 2 of you and then just use the arrow keys to move you.
Okay.
All right. So first things first, Henry, you walk in and you're just give me an investigation as you're looking through these.
I'm gonna check out the help wanted.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna get to you on that because when you get there, you're gonna call for everyone to come look at it. But before that, Henry,
17.
Okay, 17. You're just doing like a quick kind of peruse over them. You're noticing there's a couple. What languages do you speak?
I speak. Oh God, I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared.
Common, Draconic.
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Okay.
Not Elvis, but Elvish.
Heard.
Not a hound dog.
All right. If we didn't get copy stricken of the Spider-Man, we are for the Elvis impersonations. Looking over it, you're seeing a lot of history books. You're seeing a lot of you're seeing some books, and I'm guessing you're kind of looking between like both shelves that are right here in this area. You're seeing some books on like angels and demons. You're seeing some books. There's a lot that are in languages that you don't quite understand right away. But then you do see a handful that are on types of magic, sorcery. You see some on necromancy, some on more of the darker arts, as we've called it in the past.
Well, this might help me find Lord Voldemir.
Before Dolan walks over there, is anyone else doing anything in here?
No, the big concrete thing in the middle would just catch my eye, so I'd just kind of drift towards that.
Yeah, and everyone kind of like would see it as they would walk in here. It looks like a giant circle, various chalk drawings, runes, glyphs, all surrounding it. Pretty interesting.
I'm pretty flustered. I'm flustered, even after breaking down whatever was left of the wall. I'm still steaming, and I noticed that room is quite crowded, so I'm just going to kind of meander around out here a little bit.
So you don't
maybe the tomb catches my eye.
So you don't want to stand like right over.
Go look at that.
Stand over HH, just like glaring at him.
What do you mean? Handsome Henry's in here. He's right there.
I know.
Thralis, as you start to walk away, you guys hear Dolan say, guys, you might want to all see this. As you guys all start to gather around. Now, don't judge me for my my crude Photoshop Microsoft Paint 3D here. But on the wall in front of you, before I flip it over to it, you see pictures, drawings, perhaps. You see a couple of things. In the center of it, a human. To his left, or to your left, an elf and a dragonborn. To its right, a dark elf and an orc. Or a half orc, I should say. Surrounding each of the pictures are smaller pictures of some sort. What they mean, what they are, is definitely open to interpretation. At the top, a symbol quite familiar to those that remember. At the bottom, a symbol not as familiar. No words, only crude drawings. I see Joe cracking up over there.
Oh, I'm looking at the symbol. I'm like, oh, the Eye of Sauron. One ring to rule them all.
Schmiegel.
Well, that's the right-hand corner for me.
So as I'm, I guess, inspecting, do I recognize anything outside of the symbol that, or the middle symbol?
I mean, if you recognize it, you recognize it.
I feel like this bottom corner is me.
That's it. That symbol in this upper right corner that is Meliodas' symbol, and I am not. What is this? I have not seen that. That's like a.
You said what?
Before
There's
I was
a map.
before I was banished, the symbol right by this bottle. That symbol was worn on Meliodas' patch. He's the one that kicked me out, who banned me from my world after I had to do his deeds. What is this doing here?
Thralis, you need to get in here. Thander, does anything look familiar to you?
Yeah, that
Might need to yell a little louder. I'm quite a ways away.
Thos, you would have heard him before all this. It said, guys, you all need to come see this.
Okay.
We just hear Thralis coming, just drinking the chest.
Just this peaceful, and not even peaceful, just this mysterious moment of what is all this? What is it, guys?
Thander, what were you saying?
Yeah, I recognize that symbol right up top there. That was what was at the Temple of Pan.
No, that was on
Order of the Unforgiven.
That's on Maybelline. Mabel?
Maybelline. Some hair care products, or what is it, mascara?
Where?
Maybe it's Sardonis. Maybe it's Maybelline.
I mean, she was looking good, but her face.
Ooh, catfished.
Kind of glancing at the, I like kind of pulled the ring out of my hand, looking at the picture. Kind of, do I notice that there's M's engraved on that ring in the picture, or not really?
It's really hard to tell. It's obviously a ring in the picture, but it's a very crude, very like rock on rock almost drawing, like charcoal on paper kind of drawing. There's not a lot of detail in it.
Who did this?
I
don't know.
If I had, I have a feeling that these drawings are a representation of each of us.
Yeah.
What's the bottom symbol? Does anybody recognize the bottom symbol?
You guys can roll history checks if you want.
Yeah.
I would say that it's really not ringing a bell for anyone. I am, by the way, putting this on a handout. That way you guys can like keep it for reference. You don't have to worry about like screenshotting or sharing or anything like that. As you guys are all kind of like staring at it, you guys hear Henry behind you go, "Hey, what's that all about?" You guys, you're all kind of staring very intently at it.
You seen this before? Have you seen any of this before?
He's like looking, he's like, no, but it looks like, he kind of chuckles, he's like, looks like it might be about you guys. Or maybe it's another group of elves and human and dragon and orc. This is weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
Thrall,
a bit.
can you just take a quick look at this too?
Oh, what do you want me to look at? It's pictures.
Does anything ring a bell to you?
Well, that half orc in the bottom right doesn't look anything like me. But that ugly guy in the center, that's dead spot on to be Henry.
Other than being a sailor, would a map have any kind of representation to you?
Can we see anything
Yeah,
on the
looked
map?
at plenty of maps.
Once again, it's not
Okay.
detailed. You can tell most of these things, except for like the true symbols, are like the actual like insignias and stuff like that, are just more symbolic than they really are detailed, if that makes sense.
Well, it means that someone knows about us. That's good.
And it's really concerning because there's something that I haven't told you guys, but in the picture on my corner is definitely representation of something that happened in my past. And it has to do with the anchor in the skull.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the little tentacle monster there.
Oh, don't mind him.
I think that's Cthulhu.
Oh, don't mind him.
Ignore the man behind. What are you talking about? As I start wiping, like what?
He's like just kind of smudging it. Don't worry about him.
That I don't understand.
Oh, what does this mean?
So, like, something that I haven't shared with you guys is when I was on my ship, I actually ended up killing my entire crew by accident. Smile.
How did that? How do you accidentally kill a whole?
So you guys have seen me do the whole lightning with my breath and just. So I was young. I was inexperienced. I was quite angry. I was trying to save the captain, who I was extremely loyal to, and the first mate was trying to throw a mutiny, and the first time I ever drew lightning from my breath, it ended up wiping out the entire crew. That was the most powerful that I've ever felt my lightning at any point in time, because I was the most angry. So it wasn't on purpose, it was an accident. But when I saw the first mate still alive, I kind of chained him to the anchor and threw him overboard? Question mark? So I think the skull on the anchor is kind of a representation of what I did. So somebody definitely knows about us.
So who would know?
I mean, nobody.
Things from all of our backstories, though.
Right, nobody lived off that ship except for me.
I don't remember having a sister.
Well, then maybe that's not you. Is it a Star Wars thing? You didn't know he had a sister, but it turns out to be your sister?
You were like, you went to 2 different schools? Oh my god!
Henry, I am your father. No, that's impossible. How many movies can we reference in this game?
In one episode.
You know, Henry Potter, The Last Jedi? Oh, boy.
At one point, he saved Kirsten Dunst.
That kiss will go down in infamy. But yeah, so somebody definitely knows about us, and they knew that we were coming here.
Somebody definitely knows about that symbol.
And that's the only thing we see on the wall there is that picture?
On this part of the wall, yeah, it's like massive.
Is it on the
Does anything else catch your eyes, or just this main picture?
No, I mean, this is like pretty much all that's on this wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it on a sheet of paper, or is it like?
It's more of like whatever the D&D version of a whiteboard would be. Though honestly, the way I initially pictured it was, you know, like the scene or the meme of Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's got like that board of like the conspiracy theory board. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I was picturing here. But I went with more of drawings than articles of paper and newspapers and stuff like that.
So much yarn.
That's a lot of yarn. But no, it's more of just kind of all drawings on one big flat surface. Ye old whiteboard. Or ye old chalkboard. Don't worry about that. That's not it.
Henry, do a magic thing and take a picture of this.
that don't work like that.
Copy this down.
There is a desk. So I'll hop off of this. If you guys look in your journal page, you should all see it. I'll share it with you guys really quick. But it should be on everyone's. Should be in everyone's journals now. If you ever need to like reference it.
Would I be able to minor illusion this if I wanted to in the future?
The only issue with that, if you had the feat keen mind, where you literally remember everything and you have a photographic memory, yeah. But what I was going to point out is there is a desk just north of you guys over here. Where there's desks, there's usually loose leaf paper and
logic.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to copy this down? I mean, I think we all pretty... We each memorize a corner. How about that? Or middle.
Oh, I know exactly what mine looked like. I won't forget that ever.
I'll copy mine down, and I'll take a copy of the symbol again for the Order of the Unforgiven. I'm sorry.
Well, this has been fun. I need a
I don't know
drink.
about you, Dylan, but I'm spooked.
I didn't know anybody else knew about my past like that. Well, one of the person knew about it, but he's not here.
Well, no,
I
you
don't think
killed him.
anybody knew about it.
Maybe two.
I'm gonna pull out my book and kind of scrawl it down with my pen.
Sure.
Or the book I practice writing in. Well, guess I'll practice some drawing too.
My calligraphy. So, Theander, did you have paper on you, or did you just grab it off of the desk?
I grabbed it off the desk.
Okay. While you're over there, roll me a perception check.
You found photocopies.
You find a camera.
Right. Whoa, what is
you
this?
find an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, man.
Here's a Polaroid.
Here's
I rolled a 9.
Was that Wooly
A
Woody?
9. With a 9, you hear a crunch under your shoe. You don't really pay attention to it though. He's like,
Oh.
Was it Bailey?
oh, Bailey.
No, Bailey was eaten. So, I mean, outside Scott speaking.
Henry, roll me a perception.
$14.
14's enough. You hear, just because this the studious side of you, the nerdy side of you, you hear the sound of Thandir stepping on paper. And he just kind of ignores it and walks away. And you see a crumpled up now boot print left on it, piece of paper laying on the ground near the desk.
I'm gonna walk my way over there. Can't talk. I was gonna say waddle, but and I'll look at the paper that he stepped on.
Sure thing. You grab it and you start to unfold it, and it's a flyer. Specifically, show to everyone a flyer for a circus.
Dross, isn't that where we need to go for your axe? Right? Didn't we get told your axe was there's like something thing at a circus? The carnival?
No, you idiot.
I forgot about that joke.
It's a carnival. Fucking crucible. Who the hell is Mahoods?
No, but
Who's magnificent
Menagerie.
Manager.
I think
that
that says
something to
menagerie.
do with those people singing before we hit the port?
We'll take this one. It's easy to carry.
Yeah, you store it in your bag. It should be in your guys' journals.
Okay. now that the initial shock of like whatever that pegboard was, and me mark this out. Nothing to see here. I'm gonna turn my attention to the stone circle near us. And I'm going to begin to investigate it and see if I recognize any of the glyphics, or if it's draconic, or writings, or...
Yeah.
What's this green thing over here?
That's a bed.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go back.
over there and... Go ahead.
Oh, I crit! I crit!
I'm gonna go back and put those books that I have on my person, or the books I found on there about magic on my person.
Sure. So just the magic ones, or any of the history ones, or any of the... What do you think? There's some that are in different languages, or you just want to get the ones that you recognize about magic?
The ones about magic and maybe some of the history ones.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you just grab a handful of them and shove them in, I'm guessing, some kind of bag. Dolan, with a 22.
I figured this thing out already. Like, I know what this is.
You recall a past voyage when you were on the seas, specifically a voyage where you had met a pretty powerful mage, and you remember them casting a teleportation spell, and before they did for themselves, they drew a very similar looking circle in chalk on the ground, and it's just like popping right back in your memory. That's what this looks like, but fancier.
Guys, I think this might be our way out, or down. I hope it's out.
I mean, what do you think? It looks like it can hold a person.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna
walk.
I'm gonna step on it.
All right.
Well, wait. Before we do that, is there anything else we need to grab before we leave, or before we step on this?
Did you fill the bag?
Bag is full,
and I already got it.
And we got the two chests.
And it's 2 chests. I got chicken.
Do we want that guy's staff as a trophy?
That would be kind of difficult to carry. We got a lot to already carry, but I mean, if you want to
hold
try,
on, hold on, guys, wait for me. I do not have anything from him, and I'm gonna just book it to his corpse.
Oh my gosh!
Get the eyes off the basilisk.
Well, I can't take the staff. I don't know. You said I'm gonna just take like a little bone. You know, if it's how big's the femur? I mean, you have a femur.
I mean, he stood like over 10 feet tall.
Oh, that's a big femur.
That's a big femur. There's like a cool like half bone color, half blackened necrotic part of a wing bone.
Yes, I got a collection of wings. Thank you. I'm gonna pick that up.
I mean, it's not like the whole wing, but it's like the tip of one of his wings. Kind of like, you know how they kind of go out and there's like, you know, points on them.
Just the tip usually
it's like
works.
A wing claw.
Got a succubus swing. Now I got this. Yes.
I got a Sardona swing.
Before, when I heard Dolan said, "Hey guys, we should all look at this," I was going to go investigate the sarcophagus to see if there was anything else there.
Yeah, sure. Looking at it, it's open, it's empty. You see like a few more, some gold. You see like just some random items in there that he was probably buried with, but there's really nothing of interest in the sarcophagus itself.
Okay.
I'm gonna step on the portal.
All right, guys, I got it. Let's go. I'm
gonna go take the staff.
I'll
put mine on my back a little bit. I'll kind of go like this.
So you're just like dragging this 15-foot wood and gold staff behind you. Okay.
This is my cross to bear.
Oh, don't crucify Henry.
Yep, so I'm stepping on the portal.
So you guys all pile on with a giant staff and a chest and a duck.
Two chests.
Two chests.
And a duck.
And a duck, and handsome Henry tries to squeeze his way in there. Hey, don't forget about me, guys. As you're kind of standing there for a second.
Just probably. What did you say this was?
I thought you said this was gonna
Portal?
work.
Oh,
This teleportation.
What is?
Am I supposed to feel different?
hold on.
What is this? What is this?
Let me try to identify the spell for us. Maybe we need some type of word to make it work, like teleport.
Go gadget. This probably means something in Draconic.
So I'm gonna inspect it, or spell identify.
It dispel magic.
Do you have it prepared and you're just casting it, or are you gonna stand there for 10 minutes?
I'm gonna stand there for 10 minutes.
You see him just gotta.
He's doing this ritual shit again. All right. Quack.
You're doing that. Everyone else, while you're just standing there watching him go. Everyone else roll me perception checks. Actually, you know what? No, just because I want to advance this. As you're doing that, handsome Henry walks over to one of these and goes, "Huh, this looks cool." And he pulls out a scroll. And he's like, "Hey, that looks like that." And you see a teleportation circle on the scroll that looks similar to that. He goes, "Does this mean something to you guys?"
And I'll start reading it.
You have no clue what it's saying.
So I'll grab it and start reading it.
Maybe. I mean, I think technically, it's a scroll of teleportation circle.
Oh, I'll read that.
So, can any of you guys cast 5th level spells?
No.
Ooh.
Cool. Then, if you go to cast it, you got to make a spell casting ability check.
Is that a thing?
Yes. So pretty much you roll a d20, you add your spellcasting modifier, and anyone who can cast spells could, I guess, technically could do it. Henry, it looks the most familiar to you because it is like an arcane spell versus, like nature or, more of a eldritch spell. Yeah, it's 10 plus your, or it'd be whatever you roll plus your modifier.
Oh, let me see that. Is there another one of those? Maybe we could take one back and sell it.
You see Henry looking through a shelf. I just saw the one sticking out.
20-some thousand gold pieces isn't enough.
Maybe we could sell it.
What, Arcana? 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 What do I don't know what I would have to roll.
Spellcasting.
So you just roll a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Arcana would work for you, Joe. That's your spellcasting mod is int.
Int.
Yeah, so you just roll plus your int. Yeah, sorry, plus your spellcasting ability. So I don't think you add. I don't think you add. What's the thing? If you get at proficiency, I don't think you had proficiency. I think it's just a straight roll plus your modifier. So just an intelligence roll. He's smiling.
I rolled the one.
Yeah.
You start reading it, and you get halfway through reading it, and you start hearing this pounding echo in your head, and this very deep laughter as you realize that you were reading it upside down, and oh my gosh, you think you're summoning a demon. So you hurry up and you flip it back over. Go ahead and roll again.
I'm gonna give him guidance this time, seeing that he's struggling. I see him kind of struggling a little bit, so I'm gonna pop guidance on him. So
It's like, you ever see those memes where it's like when you're practicing Latin and you're really messing up, it's just like summoning a demon.
What's guidance?
It gives you a D4 on your roll,
D4.
on your
So
intelligence check,
right now I have 16.
plus a D4.
17.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All the runes, all the circles, everything lights up on it. You know you have 6 seconds to get everyone through this.
Everyone, let's go. Get on.
Go! And so everyone, everything starts piling in. As you guys disappear from the Temple of Sardonis. As you appear, or as you kind of like fade back in, everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw. Since this is everyone's first time being teleported.
Yeah.
Crimplin, you're feeling a little. Henry, you're feeling a little. Everyone else, you're okay. Thander, you're kind of on the border of it. Like you like get like one of those like, but you can hold it in. Everyone else is kind of, or Crimplin and Henry, you're both kind of feeling a little groggy after that, maybe a little dizzy. But for a minute, you guys kind of like look around you. You seem to be in another room that is made of stone of some sort. You do see a window in the room. You just initial passive perception looking out the window. You just kind of see some tropical trees. You can feel a breeze on you. You can smell salt water.
The sea.
Is there a door?
Yeah, there's a door.
Bright and shiny day. Let's go.
Oh, I feel like I just drank. Let's get out of this. I don't know if I want to do that again.
I forgot. I got a roll for chicken.
Yeah,
See how well chicken did in this.
You do need. I can roll for chicken if you like.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I like to see how chicken handles his first teleporting.
Probably pretty bad. Well,
He's good.
good job, buddy.
What about Double H?
About who?
Double H.
It's Henry. Let's see how Henry's doing. You rolled a 2. He is just heaving. He just sticks his head out the window and just starts heaving.
That's your first time too, huh?
I don't want to do that again. Oh God. As Dolan makes his way out the door, you find yourself, you're in a small, what looks to be like maybe some ruins. It's still only about midday. The sun kind of hurts you guys' eyes for a minute because you've been in this temple for a couple days now. Well, I guess really you've only been in it for like 2 days. But it's only like midday. As you kind of look around you, and like there's like a thick set of trees, but like you can feel the cool wind coming off towards you, and especially for those of you guys who are sailors, you know that usually means there's water in that direction.
Thrallus, you feel the breeze, but too, right?
I do.
I think we head in that direction. And I think this may be a good time to let the captain know to come back.
Does he know where we even are?
I can have Leonid guide him. And say, once we get to the shore, as long as you guys are able to protect me, I'll take over Leonid and let the captain know to swing back by.
I think we should probably get away from this hut. If we can come out, I don't want to be near this if something follows us, if there's anything in that temple.
Not like we can't take him.
I'm looking at the scroll still. I'm going to assume that it's gone.
I think, I don't know if it like physically gets consumed or like what happens to it. Maybe everything on it just kind of disappears.
Yeah, it typically disappears.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the parchment still stays, but it just kind of, I'll just rule it as it just kind of like becomes smeared and like, yeah.
And I was like,
Yes, you go one day.
And then, so I'll go ahead and look at Double H and just be like, so, I will be taking your crossbow. You have a good one. And you are free to go. We got you out of the temple like we promised.
I mean, maybe a ride back to port?
You give us
Can you tell us more information about goulash?
Yeah, that's
Goulash?
it. You nailed it. Yeah, so we're gonna need to know like where you met him, the contracts, how you met him, who sought who out. We're gonna need a lot of details for a ride back to port.
And you're gonna have to pay the captain too.
You guys just got all the gold you could ever need.
What gold?
What gold? We only have 2 chests here. You shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth. You see him kind of like clamor up, and then he just kind of smiles. He's like, I mean, you got like 2 chests. That's a lot of gold. I think that's enough to cover the captain on my share.
Fine.
I mean, I'm letting you keep my magic crossbow without even like arguing about it.
And
I'm just happy to be alive right now.
If the captain's a lot harder than us, so it's up to the captain to let you on board or not.
Okay.
You'll have to pull your own weight, though.
I mean, I've spent some time at sea. I can help.
Yeah, so that'll be between you and the captain on what his fees are to get on board. So
Okay.
we can introduce you, but after that, that's on you.
Okay.
All right, let's head toward the shore.
Henry, why are you dragging that stupid thing?
Yeah, and he still got this 15-foot freaking staff.
To prove that we killed something big.
I mean, it's the same reason I took a toenail off of it. It's in the source
I already got the tip. I don't know why you need the whole thing.
Greedy. Some people are just greedy like that.
Oh, I'm dying.
Someday I want to hang something like this up. After I find Lord Valdemir. Dun dun.
All right, let's go.
All right. Do you have no other way of making that smaller? Can you put that in the bag?
Oh, can't someone turn into a horse or something? An animal? Cat?
I don't know who that person would be. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Hey, Dolan, are you gonna call the captain, or are we gonna move from here?
I want to get to shore, and then I want you guys to keep me safe.
All right.
While I
Call the captain,
trance
yeah.
out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and shapeshift into a warhorse and kind of neigh to put stuff on my back, I guess. Let's do this.
I mean, I'll use bee speech so I can talk.
When you transform into the horse, Chicken just kind of flaps and flies and lands on like your head.
Perfect.
What?
All right, so let's load up things here.
They're gonna be so confused when they see a chicken riding in the battle.
With a 15-foot staff.
Technically, it's
With a lance.
Right.
All right, so we go to shore.
So you guys kind of follow the breeze. It's through a pretty thick bit of woods, or I guess jungle technically, with it being tropical. And you end up making it to a small clearing where you find yourselves actually on a cliff's edge. But after you clear through the trees, you see just the wide open ocean. Down to the right of you, the cliff just kind of continues into more jungle with the ocean in front of you. To the left of you, you see the cliff kind of taper down and then cross back into what appears to be the beach where you guys had landed. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys just took a boat, and did you leave the boat, or did the captain take you guys and then row back?
So,
Okay.
the captain took us, and then we had a small boat that we rowed into.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Did you
And then
guys?
the captain rowed back.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. You're looking. You don't see their ship, but the beach looks really familiar. You actually still see footprints. You see a big mark where you had kind of pulled the boat up a bit. It's pretty low tide, so it's not really splashing up on it. Pretty convenient, actually.
So we'll head down there. I'll notify the captain, and we'll get this show on the road or on the water.
The water. Yay, more sailing.
Whatever, you like the crow's nest.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. I just don't like the ocean part.
Yeah, the whole water stuff. Yeah, no, I understand.
I did forget about the crows. I will be up there.
We know. All right, so we'll make our way down to that beach, and then I will do my thing and contact the captain through Leonad.
Yeah, you guys. It takes a little bit of time because there's not like a perfectly cut path, but you're able to find something that, between a lot of you, and then dragging a chest, then carrying a 15-foot ancient staff. You, after probably like an hour or more, you make your way down to the beach. You can feel the sand between your shoes.
I remember this feel. Oh wait. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna prop up against the trees. That way I'm kind of like stable, I guess, or like sitting down. And then just kind of do my trance and take over Leonad and hey, Captain.
We shall rest here until the captain shows up. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a nap, everyone. It's been a hell of a fight.
You pop in, you get the captain. He goes, still not used to this little thing. All right, I'm glad you're alive. Hope you got something good.
Oh, we got something for you.
That's good to hear. We should be there within the hour.
All right. It looks like we're at the same beach that you dropped us off at, so as long as you remember where that's at, that's where we're going to be.
Aye. While y'all are waiting on him, you can take short rests, or if you don't want to take a short rest, if they're saying downtime activities you'd like to do while you're chilling, or is there anything you'd like to do in the hour that it takes for the boat to get back?
Now that we're... Go ahead.
I'm going to write in my book. Can I do calligraphy or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, you can sit there. You got the breeze blowing on you. You got your toes in the sand. You got waves crashing. I'll give you advantage just because it's so peaceful after all that shit you guys just went through.
I don't need to stay tranced with Leonad. Right, okay. So in that case, then I'll go ahead and pull my compass back out and just kind of get a feeling of like, okay, so... Are we still going in the right direction?
You pull it back out. You remember. So first off, give yourself a point in calligraphy there, Henry. You pull your compass back out, and you remember when you landed that it went from spinning 360 to just kind of bouncing back and forth. It's back to 360 again. Take that however you will. Thandir. Well, Kremplin's sleeping. Thandir or Thrallus?
I just spent 3 hit dice for 16 hit points. So it bumps my health up a little bit. And then I am going to shape out of horse form. And I'm just going to, I guess, say some prayers to Pan, for his guidance. Thank him for guiding us and keeping us safe.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for these trees.
Right. Thank you for land.
As you're praying, go ahead and roll me a religion check. Thrallus, anything you'd like to do during this?
I'm just mesmerized by the sea. I'm gonna keep my eye on the horizon.
All right. Roll me a perception check then. Thandir, 18 total. You're sitting there praying. And like you feel like praying over it and spending all this time in nature, destroying the undead, which in a way is kind of against nature. You feel pretty blessed. One, you can give yourself a point in religion, but two, as you're like praying, you hear whack. But like when you open your eyes, you're like, was that in my head? And you can't tell. You're like, am I just hearing it quack now, or is it just in my head, or is it actually quacking? But you see Chicken just kind of asleep in the sand.
All right.
Thrallus with a 21. You got your eye on the horizon. You're on like the northwest side of the island. So the sun's kind of setting, not right on the water, but off to the side of it. It's not to a sunset yet. It's still a little bit above head, but you see a small dot slowly start to grow over time as you see the Squall Buster arriving back to pick you guys up. They get as close as they can, drop a rowboat. This time it's Frankie. Yeah, Frankie, everyone's favorite cook, Frankie. He rows out to get you guys. He's like, he sees all the shit you have. He's like, oh, I'm gonna need to come back. Damn it. So he kind of like takes some of you guys and like rows back, and like out of breath, rows back again, picks up the rest of you guys and all your weird shit that you now have, and then rows back again and gets you guys all to the Squall Buster. As you get there, you're greeted with welcomes. You see the captain over the edge with a big smile on his face, seeing the two big treasure chests on the second boat coming in. He's like patting you guys on the back. You see Marius smiling at you. Frankie just starts kind of like hauling the shit. He's like, whoa, what the hell is this thing? And like, because that staff is like literally like almost as big, if not bigger, than the rowboat itself. And he's like trying to like get it up out of there. And then Willie is also trying to like help out, and they finally end up getting it all moved out. Captain's like, you did a good job. Maybe you need some sleep.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Where are we heading from here? Who's your friend?
So yeah, we rescued him, so we're not sure like
What? Some Henry's the name? He doesn't shake his hand. He's like, oh, okay.
He'll pull his weight to get us back to shore. Or back to King's Landing?
Port Kingston?
Port Kingston?
Or it's King. Yeah.
King's Landing got blown up by green fire.
If, okay.
Different time.
Henry actually goes, I had some unpaid debts there, and if as much time has passed as you guys really say it has, he kind of looks around, he's like, we don't have to go back there if you guys aren't on your way back there.
I think we gotta pick up some stuff still?
I don't believe so.
everything that we were having crafted, we paid extra for it to be crafted quickly.
What about Goose?
Goose is on the mainland. He's not at Port Kingston. I didn't bring him on the boat. He don't like water. He's weird.
Oh, okay. I thought the port is where we walked to. I don't know.
No, so there's two different ports. You have Port Frederick, which is back in the Affection of Man, and then Port Kingston was on the islands.
Correct.
Y'all left Goose back on land.
Port Frederick.
Back on the mainland.
Yep.
With Baja Betty.
With Baja Betty.
With Baja Betty.
Damn it.
Yep.
Well, do we want to head back to the Port Kingston?
I don't know. Handsome Henry. Whatever.
Yes.
Garrosh has never mentioned where where he planned on going, where anything.
Well, if this is the place and time to talk about it, he looks around as everyone's just kind of standing on like the top of the ship and no one's moving. He's like, "We can talk about it now if you want, or we can talk about it once we're moving." Do you guys?
Well, we don't know where to go.
Well, I'll tell you this. All I was hired was just to take him to the temple. He sought me out because he knew I was a really good tracker. He had some lead on this temple. He wouldn't tell me the source he got it from. Usually, most of my work is no questions asked.
So track Garrosh.
It doesn't always work like that.
Do tracking.
Let me roll for tracking.
I will pay you.
He doesn't track very well.
Staff.
You what?
But it is a nice staff.
It's a very nice staff. He's like, starts to kind of rub his head. He's like, I don't know what this means, like if this means anything to you, but he was feared, like when he was on the island. Like people, like did not look him in the eye. I don't even think he paid for one drink the whole time we were there.
Lord King.
Yeah, back at Port Kingston, but he's not from there. And he kept saying after he gets his treasure, he was going to become the Pirate King or some crap like that.
He's gonna be the dead pirate.
That port
Once
is
I
how we.
find him.
That port is how we found him. That he came to this island. We need
Right,
to know. We need
okay.
to know where he's going after this island.
Well, I guess wherever a wannabe Pirate King would live would be the next bet for him.
What's a big ports?
My sailors, if you guys want to roll some history checks, see if there's anything you can remember. He excels in combat. Everything else,
Not so.
So Dolan, you would remember from like ancient tales, and even Thrallus, you'd remember there's tons of people that would claim they're the Pirate King or they're the King of Pirates and blah 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 blah. But Dolan specifically, you're remembering a city called Goldwater that was mostly believed to be a fairy tale, but was supposed to be a massive pirate city, if not a colony of pirate cities led by one king. But
Gold
very
like
far away.
G or cold like C?
Like G.
Okay.
So, if I pull up the world map and we scroll to the west, it's just known for very dangerous to get there by water, very dangerous to get there by land. Unknown if it's even real or if it's just fantasy.
The Cove of Dunbar.
That's such an old joke. That's great.
So I'll just mention, like, this city sounds where he may be headed, but it's really kind of a myth if it even exists, if it exists.
At the mention of the name, Captain Rudolph starts laughing. He's like, me and my crew and this boat are not going to make it to Goldwater. He's like, I'll take you back to the mainland. But he's like, maybe when you guys own your own boat and have your own crew, that'd probably be maybe that'd be a fun time for you. But I'll tell you this, I'm not sending my men to immediate death. So,
do they say you can get to this place on land?
No, we're gonna have to sail.
Technically, it is possible. It's just through, if we go back to the map, it's through the realm of affection of man, into the dwarven mountains, into the righteous fields, where it's literally just war and chaos, and then to the Cove of Dunbar, where the city of Goldwater is.
That sounds like a great time. We shall go through the lands.
And if we go south here, we're gonna see a mermaid.
What? Oh.
We need a mermaid's tear.
What? I'm lost. I don't know all these nautical references.
Maybe that mermaid's actually
Pirates of the Caribbean.
You know, I really haven't watched a lot of those. I don't know if I've even seen the first one all the way through.
What?
It's the fourth one, I think.
So we need the
The mermaid's tear for the Fountain of Youth.
So we will settle up with the captain. Here's your chest. 50-50.
You see a big smile on his face as he opens it up, and just like the last scene of Pulp Fiction, just the glowing just off of his face as he just, it's beautiful.
And I'll show him the
All right.
staff. I'm like, do you want this?
First off, we could maybe mount it onto the boat somewhere. It looks like it'd be a sturdy brace.
You can put it on the front.
Yeah,
The
back up
trophy.
that.
We could.
Now, should
Yeah.
I identify it first?
Sure.
Let me look at it. I'll trade it for something.
As they're all doing this, I noticed that, we give the captain a chest. All right, you got paid. I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'm gonna just fall right behind Thralls and start going to take a sleep.
And Double H. I'll take that crossbow, buddy.
Oh yeah, you've been holding it the whole time.
Oh, I was gonna, because he still had it. Because he was
Oh, yeah, because he shot down the wall. He goes, "Oh yeah, by all means, by all means."
Thank you, sir.
Once again, thank you for saving me. He's like, huh. He just kind of goes, "Are you sure it's not winter? I know we're in the tropics, but it's kind of cold out here." Which is a little breezy, a little chilly on the coast. But he just kind of looks confused and he goes and starts talking with Frankie, and Frankie shows him a couple of things that he can help work on. And they start hauling some shit and getting the boat turned around and heading back out to sea. Since we got 5 minutes left, is there anything you guys want to do before we wrap it up, call it a long rest, and then start off the next day?
I mean, I will literally cast water breathing before I go to sleep, but yeah.
Because you know how we love the rough waters.
Right.
So it is going to be multiple days heading back. So probably what I'll do, if you guys are okay with it, it's kind of time hopping a little bit, but just keep us moving. You guys sail okay. Everything sails fine. And you probably have like a week of downtime while you're on here. So any skills and stuff that you want to work on, we can just use Discord again. And we can, I'll trust you guys if you want to do some rolls outside of it. Or I guess you can roll in roll 20 if you want, but I would trust you guys if there's anything you guys want to work on.
We could always just roll like a set amount of dice when we come back next time too.
Yeah, we can do that. So just think of some things you'd want to work on. Think of some things that you'd want to investigate. Anything you'd want to identify. Dolan, you would, as of like the next morning, you would attune with the crossbow. So let me share that.
Now, can I be attuned to the crossbow and the hat at the same time?
So you can be attuned up to 3 things.
Sounds good.
So it is a +2 light crossbow. So that's +2 to attack and +2 to damage. It's a light crossbow, so I think that is 1d8 damage. On a crit, on top of its normal 2d8, it also does 1d8 force damage, and any enemy that's large or smaller is automatically knocked prone.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
But it's not
Handsome
cursed.
Henry's repeater.
I'm gonna identify that staff if it has any magic on it.
Yeah, you would notice it's not usable, but it does have necrotic energy that flows through it, and on hit it does additional necrotic damage if wielded properly.
Whittle it down.
It's 15 feet tall. You're not gonna be able to use
Whittle
it.
it to a
None of us can
run.
help.
We have axes.
And then Dolan, next week I'll actually make it in your Roll20 if you want. But either way, I shared it to everyone so everyone can look at it now.
Ooh, it's check.
Maybe. We
And I
can
will
get
say this, and I'll end this on a cliffhanger here. In your dream, Henry, in your dreams, that pops back into your head. And that's where we will end the session. Thank you, if we have any viewers, I didn't even check, for watching. Thank you guys for playing kind of last minute here. 6 people. I don't think we have any viewers right now. I think it's us. So to Kelsey and Nikki, who are going to be watching this later, thank you. And then we'll be meeting next week. We good for next week? Get back on a normal track? Well, even though then the following couple weeks after that I'll be out, we'll figure something out. Well, we got the schedule channel. We'll just follow what's in there. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
I am